Hello, it's Jeannie, or Baba Nini, to those of you who are younger. Baba Nini is what my grandkids call me. How are you today? I hope you're well. Today, I'm going to read from a very beloved book, Where the Sidewalk Ends. Now, it's a very big book, and we will not be able to finish it today. But this is for those of you who like to be read to, for those of you who are young or young at heart, and maybe a baby or maybe somebody much older. It's nice to be read to, just to hear the voice telling you a nice story or reading a poem. And that's what I'm here for, is to help you relax, rest, fall asleep, or take a nap. And you can drift off to some of these stories. I have another book coming up later, The Little Prince. But that takes about 2.5 hours to read out loud. And so I may break that up into 2 parts, part 1 and part 2, and we'll get through it. But today I don't have about 3 hours to do that. So I'm going to read from here. And where we stop, I'll mark it and we'll come back and read some more. Okay, so this is the special edition, which has 12 new poems of Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. The poems and the drawings are by Shel Silverstein. Very creative guy. So let's go ahead and get right to it. I'm going to take off the outer wrapping so it doesn't get in the way and keep falling off. The invitation. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer, if you're a pretender, come sit by my fire. For we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. I think he means that all are welcome. All. The acrobats. I'll swing by my ankles, she'll cling to your knees, as you hang by your nose from a high-up trapeze. But just one thing, please, as we float through the breeze, don't sneeze. Magic. Sandra's seen a leprechaun. Eddie touched a troll. Laurie danced with witches once. Charlie found some goblins' gold. Donald heard a mermaid sing. Susie spied an elf. But all the magic I have known, I've had to make myself. Homemade boat. This boat that we just built is just fine, and don't try to tell us it's not. The sides and the back are divine. It's the bottom, I guess, we forgot. I must remember turkey on Thanksgiving, pudding on Christmas, eggs on Easter, chicken on Sunday, fish on Friday, leftovers Monday. But oh me, I'm such a dunce. I went and ate them all at once. The 4th. Oh, crash, my bash, it's a bang, the zang. 4th, whoosh of boom, July. Whew. That's for 4th of July, here in the United States. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Went for a ride in a flying shoe. Hooray, what fun! It's time we flew, said Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle was captain and Pickle was crew, and Tickle served coffee and mulligan stew. As higher and higher and higher they flew, Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too, over the sun and beyond the blue. Hold on, stay in, I hope we do, cried Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too, never returned to the world they knew. And nobody knows what's happened to dear Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Captain Hook must remember not to scratch his toes. Captain Hook must watch out and never pick his nose. Captain Hook must be gentle when he shakes your hand. Captain Hook must be careful opening sardine cans. And playing tag and pouring tea and turning pages of his book. Lots of folks I'm glad I ain't, but mostly Captain Hook. I will not play at tug-o-war. I'd rather play at hug-o-war, where everyone hugs instead of tugs, and everyone giggles and rolls on the rug, where everyone kisses and everyone grins, everyone cuddles and everyone wins. I like that too. I am writing these poems from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here, so please excuse the handwriting, which may not be too clear. But this afternoon by the lion's cage, I'm afraid I got too near. And I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. So if you haven't got a drum, just beat your belly. So I haven't got a horn, I'll play my nose. So we haven't any cymbals, we'll just slap our hands together. And though there may be orchestras that sound a little better, with their fancy shiny instruments that cost an awful lot, hey, we're making music twice as good by playing what we've got. One star is for Alaska, one star is for Nebraska, one star is North Dakota, one star is Minnesota. There are lots of other stars, but I forget which ones they are. My skin is kind of, sort of brownish, pinkish, yellowish white. My eyes are grayish, bluish green, but I'm told they look orange in the night. My hair is reddish, blondish brown, but it's silver when it's wet, and all the colors I am inside have not been invented yet. Mama said I'd lose my head if it wasn't fastened on. Today I guess it wasn't, 'cause while playing with my cousin, it fell off and rolled away, and now it's gone. And I can't look for it, 'cause my eyes are in it, and if I can't call to it, 'cause my mouth is on it, couldn't hear me anyway, 'cause my ears are on it. I can't even think about it, 'cause my brain is in it. So I guess I'll sit down on this rock and just rest for a minute. Joey took a stone and knocked down the sun, and whoosh it swizzled down so hard, and bloop it bounced in his backyard, and glunk it landed on his toe, and the world was dark, and the corn wouldn't grow, and the wind wouldn't blow, and the cock wouldn't crow, and it was always night, 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 all because of a stone and Joe. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts, the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never-haves, then listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. I like that message. I'll tell you the story of Jimmy Jett, and you know what I tell you is true. He loved to watch his TV set almost as much as you. He watched all day, he watched all night, till he grew pale and lean. From the early show to the late, late show, and all the shows between. He watched till his eyes were frozen wide, and his bottom grew into his chair, and his chin turned into a tuning dial, and antenna grew out his hair, and his brains turned into TV tubes, and his face to a TV screen, and two knobs saying vert and horiz grew where his ears had been, and he grew a plug that looked like a tail. So we plugged in little Jim, and now instead of watching TV, we all sit around and watch him. Don't watch too much TV. Oh, if you're a bird, be an early bird, and catch the worm for your breakfast plate. And if you're a bird, be an early, early bird, but if you're a worm, sleep late. A piece of sky broke off and fell through the crack in the ceiling right into my soup. Kerplop! I really must state that I usually hate lentil soup, but I ate every drop. Delicious, delicious, a bit like plaster. But so delicious, goodness sake, I could have eaten a lentil soup lake. It's amazing the difference a bit of sky can make. The Farmer and the Queen. She's coming, the farmer said to the owl. Oh, what shall I do? Shall I bow when she comes? Shall I twiddle my thumbs? The owl asked who? The queen, the royal queen. She'll pass the farm today. Shall I salute? He asked the horse. The horse said nay. Shall I give her a gift? He asked the wren. A lovely memento for her to keep. an egg or a peach or an ear of corn? The wren said, "Cheep." But should I curtsy or should I cheer? Oh, here's her carriage now. What should I do? He asked the dog. The dog said, "Bow." And so he did, and so she passed. Oh, tra-la-la-la-la. She smiled, she did, he told the sheep. The sheep said, "Bah." Who wants a pancake, sweet and piping hot? Good little Grace looks up and says, "I'll take the one on top." Who else wants a pancake fresh off the griddle? Terrible Teresa smiles and says, "I'll take the one in the middle." This is called smart. My dad gave me $1 bill, 'cause I'm his smartest son. And I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters, 'cause 2 is more than 1. And then I took the quarters and traded them to Lou for 3 dimes. I guess he didn't know that 3 is more than 2. Just then along came old Blind Bates, and just 'cause he can't see, he gave me 4 nickels for my 3 dimes. And 4 is more than 3. And I took the nickels to Hiram Coombs down at the seed feed store, and the fool gave me 5 pennies for them. And 5 is more than 4. And then I went and showed my dad, and he got red in the cheeks and closed his eyes and shook his head, too proud of me to speak. Us. Me and him and me, we're always together, as you can see. I wish he'd leave so I'd be free. I'm getting a little bit tired of he, and he may be a bit bored with me. On movies and ladies we cannot agree. I like to dance, he loves to ski. He likes the mountains and I love the sea. I like hot chocolate, he wants his tea. I want to sleep and he has to pee. He's meaner and duller and fatter than me, but I guess there's worse things we could be. Instead of 2, we could be 3. Me and him and me. I'm making a list of things I must say for politeness, and goodness and kindness and gentleness, sweetness and rightness. Hello, pardon me, how are you? Excuse me, bless you. May I? Thank you. Goodbye. If you know some that I forgot, please stick them in your eye. This is called Me and My Giant. I have a friend who is a giant. He lives where the tall weeds grow. He's high as a mountain and wide as a barn, and I only come up to his toe, you know. I only come up to his toe. When the daylight grows dim and I talk with him, way down in the marshy sands, and his ear is too far away to hear, but he understands. He stands. I know he understands. For we have a code called the scratch-tap code, and here is what we do. I scratch his toe. Once means hello, and twice means how are you? 3 means does it look like rain? 4 times means don't cry. 5 times means I'll scratch you a joke. And 6 times means goodbye. Goodbye. 6 times means goodbye. And he answers me by tapping his toe. Once means hello, friend. 2 taps means it's very nice to feel your scratch again. 3 taps means it's lonely here, with my head in the top of the sky. 4 taps means today an eagle smiled as she flew by. 5 taps means, oops, I just bumped my head against the moon. 6 means sigh, and 7 means bye. And 8 means come back soon, soon, soon. 8 means come back soon. And then I scratch 1,000 times, and he taps with a bappity-bim, and he laughs so hard he shakes the sky. That means I'm tickling him. I opened my eyes and looked up at the rain, and it dipped in my head and flowed into my brain. And all that I hear as I lie in my bed is the slishity-slosh of the rain in my head. I step very softly, I walk very slow. I can't do a handstand, I might overflow. So pardon the wild, crazy thing I just said. I'm just not the same since there's rain in my head. 2 boxes. 2 boxes. 2 boxes met upon the road. Said one unto the other, if you're a box and I'm a box, then you must be my brother. Our sides are thin, we're caving in, and we must get no thinner. And so 2 boxes, hand in hand, went home to have their dinner. True story. This morning I jumped on my horse and went out for a ride, and some wild outlaws chased me, and they shot me on the side. So I crawled into a wildcat's cave to find a place to hide, but some pirates found me sleeping there, and soon they had me tied to a pole and built a fire, and dear me, I almost cried, till a mermaid came and cut me loose and begged to be my bride. So I said I'd come back Wednesday, but I must admit I lied. Then I ran into a jungle swamp, and I forgot my guide, and I stepped into some quicksand. No matter how I tried, I couldn't get out until I met a water snake named Clyde, who pulled me to some cannibals who planned to have me fried. But an eagle came and swooped me up, and through the air we flied. But he dropped me in a boiling lake 1,000 miles wide, and you'll never guess what I did then. I died. Ooh. Boa constrictor. Oh, I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor. I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, and I don't like it one bit. Well, what do you know? It's nibbling my toe. Oh, gee, it's up to my knee. Oh, my, it's up to my thigh. Oh, fiddle, it's up to my middle. Oh, heck, it's up to my neck. Oh, dread, it's up to my... I think he got his head. Hector the collector collected bits of string, collected dolls with broken heads and rusty bells that would not ring, pieces out of picture puzzles, bent up nails and ice cream sticks, twists of wires and worn-out tires, paper bags and broken bricks, old chipped vases, half shoelaces, Gatling guns that wouldn't shoot, leaky boats that wouldn't float, and stopped-up horns that wouldn't hoot, butter knives that had no handles, copper keys that fit no locks, rings that were too small for fingers, dried up leaves and patched up socks, worn out belts that had no buckles, electric trains that had no tracks, airplane models, broken bottles, three-legged chairs and cups with cracks. Hector the collector loved these things with all his soul, loved them more than shining diamonds, loved them more than glistening gold. Hector called to all the people, "Come and share my treasure trunk," and all the silly, sightless people came and looked and called it junk. I've done it, guess what I've done? Invented a light that plugs into the sun. The sun is bright enough, the bulb is strong enough, but oh, there's only one thing wrong. The cord ain't long enough. Ooh. The googies are coming. The googies are coming, the old people say, to buy little children and take them away. 50 cents for fat ones, 20 cents for lean ones, 15 cents for dirty ones, 30 cents for clean ones, a nickel each for the mean ones. The googies are coming, and maybe tonight, to buy little children and lock them up tight. 80 cents for husky ones, quarter for the weak ones, penny each for noisy ones, $1 for the meek ones. 40 cents for happy ones, 11 cents for sad ones. And kiddies, when they come to buy, it won't do any good to cry. But just between yourself and I, they never buy the bad ones. There's no such thing as googies. One sister for sale, one sister for sale, one crying and spying young sister for sale. I'm really not kidding, so who'll start the bidding? Do I hear $1, a nickel, a penny? Oh, isn't there any one kid who will buy this old sister for sale? This crying and spying young sister for sale? Sleeping sardines. I'm tired of eating just beans, says I, so I opened a can of sardines. But they started to squeak. Hey, we're trying to sleep. We were snuggled up tight till you let in the light. You big silly sap, let us finish our nap. Now close up the lid, so that's what I did. Will somebody please pass the beans? If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd ride a worm to school. The teardrop of a crying ant would be your swimming pool. A crumb of cake would be a feast, and last you 7 days at least. A flea would be a frightening beast, if you were 1 inch tall. If you were only 1 inch tall, you'd walk beneath the door, and it would only take about a month to get down to the store. A bit of fluff would be your bed, you'd swing upon a spider's thread, and wear a thimble on your head if you were 1 inch tall. You'd surf across the kitchen sink upon a stick of gum. You couldn't hug your mama, you'd just have to hug her thumb. You'd run from people's feet in fright. To move a pen would take all night. This poem took 14 years to write, 'cause I'm just 1 inch tall. Okay, last one for tonight. Enter this deserted house. Please walk softly as you do. Frogs dwell here and crickets too. Ain't no ceiling, only blue. Jays dwell here and sunbeams too. Floors are flowers, take a few. Ferns grow here and daisies too. Whoosh, swoosh, to-wit, to-woo. Bats dwell here and hoot owls too. Ha-ha, hee-hee, hoo-hoo. Gnomes dwell here and goblins too. And my child, I thought you knew, I dwell here and so do you. So I'll put a marker here and know where to pick up next. I hope you enjoyed the stories. Some of them were a little bit wild, maybe a little scary, but they're just stories. They're just make-believe, right? So, to all my friends, young and old, young and young at heart, I wish you farewell. I wish you sweet dreams. I wish you all things good. I wish you a vivid and wonderful and colorful imagination, because the world needs that amazing creativity that you have right here in your head. Don't ever be afraid to share it. Okay, as I sign off for now, I bid you peace. I hope to hear from parents of younger children who may tell me your names. And in a future story reading video, I will say hello to you personally. So, sleep well, rest well, and dream of great dreams. Goodbye for now. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.